That's enough now. Why don't we finish this?
Yeah.
Kiryu-san!
Is this the battle I want? Come on. Come on, give me the battle I want. Oh, you're alive.
He's incredible.
What's wrong? You're not gonna kill me?
It's not his way.
Kiryu-san!
This is your problem. It's why the Yakuza keep rearing their ugly heads. The lot of you. Whether you retire, whether you disband, you always come crawling back. You're a Yakuza through and through, and you can't erase that no matter what. You'll say sorry again and again, and then find some way to justify it. The bigger the Yakuza, the bigger and better the future they promise, all so they can keep on fighting. If you let me live, how long before I too come crawling back? You may have put things on hold for now, but someone can pick up the pieces. Rid the world of your filth. If not me, then someone else. The country's elite demand it. They were counting on me to see it through. If you don't finish me off, the future stays the same. I'll still make an example of the Yakuza one way or another. If you truly want them all to break free and find their place in this world, then hurry up and put an end to this before it's too late! I've lived in the twilight of the Yakuza all my life! You get rid of me, or I will keep cutting back! Do you understand, Kazuma Kiryu?
Ebina. Nothing I say would ever be enough, and I've no right to try. The hate you have for Arakawa, for Hikawa, the crush you've carried, I get it. But please, I beg you, for their sake, give them the chance to atone. There's one way to do that. We all have to live on. Whether you're scum or not. That doesn't matter. You can't change a thing if you're dead. All of us, we have to keep going. And it's not light, nor is it dark. It's the grayest road there is. So please, Ebina, please, you have to live. You have to keep moving. I'm asking you, please don't kill them. Please. I'll apologize. I know it won't make up for any of this. But I'm sorry. Forgive me. No!
Kiryu-san!
Stay with us, Kiryu! Kiryu-san!
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 Open your damn eyes, Kiryu!
Kiryu-san!
Don't die! You can't die! Kiryu!
Again, he'll reappear 3 games from now as a bartender.
Watch it, man!
Hey! What the hell's your problem? Dude! What?
Okay, very well, sir. Sorry, sir.
Hey, get all that? Went inside.
Damn it.
Hello.
Yo. Long time no see, Eiji. Kasuga. The public wants what it wants, I guess. And right now, it looks like that's you. Funny how the tables turn sometimes, huh?
How'd you find me?
What? You haven't looked outside yet? Quite an audience brewing down there. Still, they don't know you're in here. They might have got the building right, but that's about it. Me? I got a little help from the police. Didn't take too long to find you after that.
Why did you come here?
It's not just them, you know. It's everyone. Every Yakuza in the country wants your head on a plate. Happiness master plan? Anyone who's anyone knows you were a part of that.
Just tell me what you want, damn it!
Turn yourself in, Eiji. I'll even come with you.
Huh?
You can run, but I guarantee you won't last. They'll kill you, eventually. Even more than that. I want you to have a chance to atone. If you can see that through, well... let's head back to Hawaii, all right?
Why are you still acting like we're friends?
Because we are, man. I mean it, Eiji. After all said and done, you're still my pal. And you know, I'd be pretty stoked to know you feel the same way. Honest, I would.
How can you even think that? After everything I've done to you.
I guess I just can't help it. We spent all that time in Hawaii together. I mean, great food, plenty of bullshitting. Just a heck of a good time, really. Yeah, the truth kinda killed the mood. And you were a real pain in the ass, but I could never forget what fun we did have. No way. Eiji, you can't take those things back. And running away isn't gonna help either. Even if you do serve your sentence, those choices will still be there. But you always have a chance to start over. Accept what you did. Be real with yourself. Only then can you take that first big step forward. If you really want to start your life over, guess what, man? You can.
Kasuga.
I'm telling you, Eiji. If you really feel like you want to give it a fresh start, then we'll do it together. I promise. I'll be right there waiting. The day you get out. Whether it's years or even decades, I'll be there.
You can't be serious. No one would ever believe that. And yet, somehow, I know you're telling the truth. It's who you are. Who you've always been. You're as rare as they come. To think I get to meet you.
Yeah, well, you say rare, others say foolish.
Foolish, huh? The only foolish one here is me. So give it to me straight. Can I really go to the police like this? Seriously, I don't even have ID.
Date will help out.
Yeah, you'll be all right. I'm used to this part too. Just leave it to me.
Appreciate the help. I got chased on my way here, among other things. I guess all that pretending finally caught up to me, huh? How it goes, I suppose.
Hey, the fact you think that's a good thing means you'll be just fine.
What?
If you didn't think that, then who knows how you'd feel. Better to feel bad, right? That means you can make amends, without a doubt. Here, grab my shoulder.
I don't know, actually, with this Eiji stuff. It genuinely just feels like maybe they've rushed this point a bit too much, if anything? If that makes sense? Like, sure, Ichiban's the kind of person who wants to be there and support people and try and bring them back to the good side kind of thing. He sees the good in people. He thinks everyone can turn their life around, but I still feel like he'd be more wary of this situation due to how they used his own past against him. Now he hurt his friends. It just does have this element of like, I don't know. I don't feel like they've explored that idea enough, especially because we didn't really see much of Eiji and his downfall to where he is now. It's sort of like, oh, that happened kind of thing. Like, oh, okay. It feels like part of the story is missing there. If anything, I'd say, like, looking at the two sections of the story, if we look like Ichiban's story versus Kiryu's story, Kiryu's story is very well thought out. There's a lot of depth there. There's a lot of details about his story, dealing with his past, especially because we go around with the bucket list and everything. I like that aspect of his story quite a bit. Quite a bit. Really, really do like his story. I feel like they should have maybe either worked in the idea that the Bryce's schemes were somehow connected to the radiation incident that potentially caused the cancer in Kiryu. I feel like that should have maybe been more part of the story that we've seen, because it felt like it was going to go there. It was somehow Bryce was connected to the reason that happened. But no, it's like, oh, okay then. It almost feels like an afterthought, if anything, in that regard, with the whole idea of he helped at a radiation waste disposal area and inhaled those fumes and ended up getting cancer. It's like, it would have been more interesting if they just spoke to the idea of Kiryu has been drinking and smoking a good portion of his life, and that's most likely what caused the cancer. That's the only part I'd feel that's sort of off with Kiryu's story. See, yeah, that attitude is very, very Ichiban, and I do feel that's correct. It's just how they got to this point feels unfinished. Like there's parts missing from the story there. Because there's a lot with Ichiban's story that I'd say just doesn't work. Or feels unfinished. In several areas. Like I feel the whole Sachan situation should be addressed. It should be pointed out that it should basically it shouldn't have been a year, should it? It should have been a case of let's just rework Ichiban's story. Let's go with the idea that okay, it starts off the same way with hello work. He does the proposal, he's an idiot, he realizes he's an idiot, he crossed a line, you fool, you shouldn't have done that, completely in the wrong. He goes to apologize to Sachan, and that scene plays out the same way, and then say maybe it jumps forward a month and she's not been speaking to him. It's like, yeah, that makes sense, that's reasonable, it's been a month, she's still processing it, there's something more clearly going on. And then Sawashiro comes to Ichiban being like, hey, I've got a proposal for you, like head to Hawaii, like the events that happen here. And he's like, yeah, it's probably best I do take that offer, if only to give Sachan some space. Because I crossed the line, clearly, I've done something wrong there, I need to give her some space. That would have been a good motive for him going over there, being like, obviously the whole trying to find his mother and everything, like the whole idea there completely works. It's just I feel like truncate the time and add that reason to one of the reasons why he's going over there is to give us some space. I feel that would work very, very well compared to what we have here. I have more thoughts, I'm just waiting to see where the scene goes.
Kasuga-san, I think that's good. Thanks.
Sure thing. Well, man, I guess it's goodbye for now.
For now. Thank you for everything, Kasuga-san.
Yeah. See you around, Eichan.
Yeah. Till then.
Hey, John! Ohuiho, pal! Ohuiho!
Do you even know what you're saying? Right.
Ohuiho! Ichiban! Hell yeah! Hang in there, Eichan. All right. Time for some grub. That one hurt.
No. Oh dear. I was hoping people would actually have a change of heart and actually support him in some regard and have the Ichiban effect on all of them being like, no, we're going to come together and help in this situation. But that didn't help. So anyway, as we were saying with the idea of like just a few changes we could have with the story. So this whole idea of truncating it to a month, not a year, so it feeds more directly into what's going on. It can even be that case of then Sachan was gonna say something to him, but she's missed her chance now because he's gone off to Hawaii, and then everything that happens in Hawaii happens there. Pretty much the same in my head. Up to say that conversation on the beach that Ichiban had with his mother. If we take the conversation that he had with Kiryu and he found out like that missing thing, the thing he did wrong, that he now understands that he sort of should have worded things differently to Sachan. He should have said a different thing. I feel like maybe what should have happened is that should have been a lesson he learned from his mother. And it could have been a case of Akane explains the story of like Arakawa's declaration of love and all that type of stuff, and that initially he proposed to her in a similar manner to what Ichiban did to Sachan. And there is that similarity between the two. And then he asks for advice on that situation, like how did they end up together properly, like after such a bad start, when he was like, I'm going to look after you, I'm going to care for you, like, will you marry me, all that type of stuff. And she was like, that's not really what I want, really. So yeah, he can then ask Akane for advice and be like, what happened there? And she can be like, well, all I was waiting for was him to just say something to me, to just say something different, like to just push Ichiban in the right direction. So then it makes his trip to Hawaii his second chance with Sachan. Like, now he understands there was something he was missing. Now he's got his second chance, which feeds into what Ichiban's story seems to be about. Like, his side of things is about second chances. So now he's got his second chance. By traveling to Hawaii, by pursuing this, he's now got that second chance because now he understands what he needs to do. That felt like it would have been a better way of doing that, looking back at it, to be honest. Oh, what else about Ichiban's story could we change there? Bryce. Bryce is a big thing I would say needs tweaking in this story. Because if we look at Bryce, his plan to maintain power is to build a nuclear waste radiation dump, essentially, which is in a cave. Which is just a case of like, what's your long-term plan there? It's like, well, it's like no one can say no to this because of the state of this island, religious exemptions and all that kind of stuff. When I'm just thinking, like, mate, you could just do a legitimate business, like with this island, an island that doesn't exist in the real world, you know. If you take this island idea and actually do a legitimate nuclear waste disposal site, so it's got all the safeguards, that there's no problems environmentally with anything, what's going on with it. If you do that as a legitimate business in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, so it's not interfering with the wildlife or anything like that. It's far enough down that it's not going to be a problem. There's other such sites in the world and they're working great. They are not an issue. So if you have that kind of thing in the middle of the Pacific Ocean, that's a really good business opportunity. You will earn lots of money. You will gain lots of power for a legitimate business. Why are you going with the illegitimate version of it? I don't feel like that was explored properly, where it was this idea of he's not doing it properly, it's improper. It's like, why didn't he go for the correct method? Why did he go that route over everything? That doesn't make sense to me. Like, just adjust your plan slightly. So I don't feel like they explored the villain correctly. For Ichiban's side of things, I don't feel like Bryce was really correct. There's enough there that you could work with that could actually be a good idea rather than a bad idea. I don't know. It just needs tweaking somewhat. Just tweaking, especially because they kept bringing up there was something potentially paranormal about him. That he's really, really, really old. How is he still alive? How does he look so young? And I know in this series, like, old people still look young, but they don't normally point it out. The fact it was pointed out felt like it was going to be part of the story. And then it wasn't. It's like, oh. Okay. So yeah, Bryce didn't really work for me, I'd say. I like the Chitose stuff, though. And again, the idea of second chances there. It's like, there's some good stuff in this, I'd say. It's just, Ichiban's side of the story just felt wrong in several different aspects. So I'm waiting, though, for a scene with Sachan where she basically apologizes for the year, because that'll do something towards making that more acceptable to me, because the year of ghosting is such an issue because it hasn't been addressed. That's the bit I feel like we're missing. We need someone to address it, to be like, you know, that's not right. That's not right what you did to Ichiban as a response. You were good friends before. At least given the benefit of being like, hey, this is the situation. I'm sorry, I can't speak to you anymore. Because even if it was just a case of like, we can't be friends anymore, at least tell him that. Because you were friends. That's the bit. It's like, if they were strangers, fine. But they were really good friends. Like, give him that. Give him something. It's with the length of time, it just feels wrong. It just feels wrong. So, my thoughts on the game then. Let's get into it. Obviously, as I said, Ichiban's story, I feel like it needs some corrections. It needs work. There's good stuff there. It just feels not as well thought out as the Kiryu side of the story, which is very, very good. I'm hoping we get some scenes to see him fighting the cancer now and see what that is. I'm very much looking forward to like any post-credit scenes game. I imagine there will be. So I'm hoping we get to see something along those lines. What else? Music? Always fantastic. I mean, the music on the Sawashiro fight. Come on. So good. So good. Very, very RPG kind of music. I love it. Very good. Very, very good. I absolutely love that. Gameplay? I'm torn on the gameplay. The gameplay does feel better than what we had in Like a Dragon. Feels like your skills actually sort of have a sense of scale to them now. What's the best way of putting it? Like you feel like there's weaker skills and stronger skills. I don't feel like I had that in Like a Dragon as much. Like here, it felt like there's certain skills I wanted to use at different times based on certain scenarios. That it just, I don't know, just felt like there was more thought put into the skills and the situations within the actual gameplay itself this time. The issue I do have with the gameplay is it's very easy to overlevel. Very easy. You've got all this side stuff, and I want to do it because I love the side stuff, because the side stuff is so much fun that I end up overleveled. It's like, I just wish there was a way I could stop the leveling up in some regard. Like, just allow me to turn it off. Thinking something like Xenoblade Chronicles, the definitive edition. How you could control the levels and stuff there. I felt that was much better. I wish more RPGs did that. So you could go away and do all this side stuff, but not be overleveled. I feel like that was an element of this as well. It's unfortunate. It got better towards the end because it's like I'd ran out of side stuff and the game caught up with me kind of thing. And that felt good. Like fights like the Tojo Legends. That fight. I loved it. Loved it. The breaking out of the turn-based systems and going back to Kiryu's old style. Loved it. Loved it so much. Right, post-credits?
Hard to believe it's been a month. Time sure flies, huh?
Ebina, Eiji, Bryce, they've all but vanished. Guess people have moved on.
Yeah? So what's trending now?
Some two-timing politician who got caught in the act.
Figures as much.
Well, just the way of the world, man. The public eye came through for us, at least. Who are we to complain?
Let alone care. Life will go on either way. As long as we remember that, that's all that matters.
Okay, what about this? Ebina's angle. Why keep Sawashiro alive that whole time? He hated the Yakuza for all they're worth.
That is true.
What do you mean, why? He said so himself, right? That bit about his own aspirations being forfeit from the get-go.
Yeah?
Well, the dude still had a role to play. From what I gathered, he was probably hoping someone would speak up to him before things got out of hand. Tell him, yeah, I get that you're angry, or hey, it's gonna be all right. I'm sure that would have made all the difference. I mean, you're looking at a guy who had people telling him who and what he was from day one. Crazy as it sounds, the two of us might as well have shared shoes. How I need to live is one thing, but how I want to live is another. Get those mixed up, then life don't make a whole lot of sense.
Or maybe it's just that Sawashiro was a lot tougher than he thought.
Yeah, what was I thinking?
Well, Ebina had his reasons. Guess that one will stay with him. Besides, it's not like all said and done. Lonnie's got a lot of responsibility coming her way.
To think a little girl like her's their new sage. Almost seems cruel, don't it?
Look, Lonnie made that decision herself. She had good reason to. Rebuilding the group will help her keep that orphanage going.
That's true. Plus, Akane-san's with her too. As a matter of fact, I'm planning to help out once I'm back stateside.
Oh? That right?
Oh yeah. Their soup kitchen saved my ass loads of times. I mean, it's the least I can do to say thanks. Bryce aside, Polycana still did plenty of good for others, and Hawaii's homeless need help too. I figure now's the time to step up, lend others a hand.
Tomizawa. I'll be darned, you've really grown up.
Come on, man. I'm just trying to do what I can. I mean, I'm nothing compared to Lonnie, even less so Chitose.
That's right. She's chosen a difficult road for herself. Not only did she expose their misdeeds, but she became the Fujinomiya chairwoman soon after.
She wasn't too keen on her family either.
Right.
You know, I think I kind of get how she feels. When you're around Ichiban, there's this feeling like you gotta do your best, no matter what. And it's natural. It's not like he's barking orders at you left and right.
No, I get what you mean. It was the same for all of us, too.
Sure was.
That's just the kind of man he is. Through and through.
So, you guys think old Kasuga-kun might actually set things straight this time around?
Huh? Oh, yeah. He's still hemming and hawing out there? The beer's gonna get warm at this rate.
Here it comes.
Ichiban. Seriously, can I go back inside?
Sorry, Sachan. Just want to check this one last time. Mind waiting a little bit longer?
Ugh! Quit dicking around! Man up or shut up, Ichiban Kasuga!
Right. Okay.
I don't think you can say that when you ghosted him for a year.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Sachan. You see, there's something I want to say. Sachan, well, since last year, all I've thought about is you, ever since our date that day. For all I said, I didn't once consider your feelings. As if my selfish ramblings were the problem, and that was the only thing I'd done wrong. And it's not like those weren't stupid things to say, but I finally get it now. I wasn't really the issue. In fact, there was something I should have told you right off the bat. That was something I missed, and it was dumb of me not to see it sooner. It took me a year, but I finally figured out what it was. So with that, Sachan, it's time I say it. I want you to hear how I feel. Sachan, I love you. I'm in love with you.
Finally, you say it. Oh, I swear it took you long enough.
Yeah. Well, sorry about that.
No, I should say sorry too. I totally ignored you.
For a year.
Cool. Guess we're even?
Yeah, we're even.
Nope, not happy. Not happy.
Man, I really did keep you waiting, huh? But hey, this time, I, Ichiban Kasuga, promise to make it up to you. Actually, I've been saving a little something special for today.
Ooh, what?
Don't freak out, all right? Ta-da! So, what do you think? I figured just saying it wouldn't cut it. I really wanted to put it out there. Hey, guess what? I even got one for you, too. We can wear them together, show them off all over Yokohama. I mean, what better way to start our journey?
Okay, that's good.
Saigo, son?
Well, he tried. Can't fix stupid, I'm afraid.
True.
You know, dumbasses like that rarely give up. They'll tough it out, no matter the odds.
Hey, wait! Hang on a second! Sunshine!
What I wanted was for her to apologize herself. Be like, I'm sorry how I didn't respond to stuff. And then she say, I love you too. Then I'd have been happy. I didn't think we'd get to see her properly.
Hey, Mom. How come Grandpa isn't here?
It's okay, Haruto. If I know him, we'll see him soon. I know we will.
I'm glad she knows he's alive, though. That's the important bit.
Hello. You're the inpatient with the 11 a.m. this morning, is that correct?
He's fighting.
If you would, could you please provide your full name, sir?
It's Kiryu. Kazuma Kiryu.
Yes, mate. Yes. That's what we want. Fight, mate. Fight. I just banged my hand. I genuinely like that last scene. I respect them for showing Kiryu sort of drained, because it's going to be a hard fight for him. And I respect them for showing that. For someone who we know is so strong, so powerful, showing him drained, because this is going to be a draining fight for him. But you can do it, Kiryu. You can do it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed that. I certainly did, and we'll see you tomorrow with Like a Dragon, Pirate Yakuza in Hawaii, Majima's game. Thank you again for watching. Ta-da for now.